Hello everyone, I'm Parul and I wanted to share with you my first-hand experience of computer-led IELTS exam. I took my exam last week and okay, so here we go. So on my exam date, there were around 15 other candidates in the center of exam who had the same slot and first we were asked to wait in the waiting room and then we all were moved to the exam hall. In the exam hall, we had one designated seat for for each candidate. There is one designated seat, and so this seat will have your name and your enrollment number pasted on the seat, and there will be basically one main invigilator and 2 to 3 supporting staff. First, you will get your username password on A4 sheet, and this password is basically case sensitive, so please make sure that you enter it correctly. And so these credentials you need to put it into the IELTS test portal, and the same sheet, A4 sheet, can be used as a rough sheet. So you don't have to carry any separate rough sheet with you. And in the end of the exam, this rough sheet has to be given back. So first there will be speaking test. You need to enter your credentials in the system, and as soon as you log in, you'll have this test instruction page, and your invigilator will ask you to click on the start button, and at the same time the invigilator will also start it from the server backend. So it basically gets starts at the same time for every candidate in the exam hall. And when your listening is done, you'll be asked to wait for the next instructions. After your test is done, the staff will collect your rough sheet on your credential, on which your credentials were provided, and they will provide you another A4 sheet which has the set of credentials for your reading test. So the same process has to become done for reading exam as well as for your writing exam. So I found many advantages for taking the exam on computer. So you can directly write your answers in the space provided, and you can go to the next question using your tab key and or using your mouse. And so when you are done with one recording, you'll get some time to write your answers, or you verify your answers. And in case you are confident enough, then you can move to the next questions. You can read the next set of the questions, so that way you can save some time. And for the reading sections, you will have an advantage that the passage and the questions are side by side, and you don't have to flip the pages, so it gives an ease. The software is very good, and you can highlight the important words, and you can highlight in the passage as well as in the question. You don't have to yeah, but you have to right click. So it gets very convenient to answer the questions such as match the headings and what kind of where this type of content was there in the passage. So finding those passage para names gets very easy when your questions and your para is on the same screen. And the writing test is also same as of your paper test, and you don't have to save it explicitly, and your word count will be displayed on the screen so that you always know how much more you have to write. And please be aware that there is no spell suggestions in the text. You make sure that your spellings are correct. And what I felt was that overall there was a time saved. And but I think there are some cons as well. You will have to continuously look at the screen, so that can make your eyes fatigue. So best way is to relax your eyes during the time interval when the staff is preparing for the next test. And also it gets so bit noisy in the writing exam when everybody is just pounding their hands on keyboard. So that time it got a little noisy, but I think that was manageable. And another I think that's pretty much. So that was my experience on the computer based exam. And please let me know your questions or your queries or suggestions in the comment box. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.